After a fantastic season qualifying for Europe for the first time in their history, Brighton's team is being decimated. Liverpool have snatched up Alexis McAllister for 35 million and Chelsea have swooped twice for goalkeeper Robert Sanchez and star midfield man Moises Caicedo. Roberto De Zerbi is furious, and so instead I've been drafted in to steady the ship and get this team back on track as we embark on a brand new career mode with Brighton. Now, I've updated the squad to include some of Brighton's new signings this season, including the likes of Verbruggen in goal, De Hood in central midfield from Borussia Dortmund, and Pedro from Watford. Now, considering Brighton got European football last season, it's no surprise to see that the defence are in pretty decent shape, and the midfield as well across the left, centre and right hand side are also in pretty decent shape as well. However, it's in this central attacking midfield position and up front that on FIFA at least, the ratings of our players aren't particularly good. However, with Enciso coming to the fore last season, scoring a couple of screamers, most notably against Manchester City, and young Irishman Evan Ferguson being considered the next big striking sensation in the Premier League, and with Brighton's philosophy of trying to grow and develop young players, I'm reluctant to replace either of them in the starting 11. And so with that in mind, it's going to be outgoing transfers that we're going to kick off this career mode with. With over 3 years of service for the club, Joel Veltman wasn't someone I was planning to sell when I first took the job at Brighton. But with him being 30 years of age, with only 12 years left on his contract, and with us being able to get a fee of £10 million, 10 times more than what we bought him for back in 2020, it was a deal I just could not say no to. And with 34-year-old Adam Lallana nearing the end of his career, we've managed to get £3 million for him from Stade Rennais, as he becomes the second man to depart this summer. With Lallana gone though, it means that I'm officially retraining Enciso to be our central attacking midfielder this season, meaning he'll get the opportunity at just 18 years of age to become a mainstay in our starting 11. However, just a couple of weeks into my reign as Brighton manager, we are hit with a massive roadblock, as Borussia Dortmund come in with just a £19.2 million offer for our star man Mitsoma. Now, despite him still having 3 years left on his contract, I am desperate to keep the Japanese ace happy, and so that means I've decided to enter contract negotiations with the young man, extending his contract by just 1 more year, removing any release clause, and giving him a very nice little salary bump to secure his future at the club and fend off any interest from some of the bigger clubs. However, speaking of the bigger clubs, we are about to get raided by another. With 7 goals and 7 assists last season, Solly March is now becoming of interest to Manchester United, and Erik ten Hag has swooped in with a £19.9 million offer for the 28-year-old Englishman, meaning we're saying goodbye to another one of our senior players. His departure has left just 20-year-old Jeremy Sarmiento as the only right midfielder at the club, and with him currently on loan at West Brom in real life, it means we are going to need to bring in a replacement. And after travelling all the way over to Germany to do so, we've been able to negotiate a £24.5 million deal for a man who got 4 goals and 8 assists in the Bundesliga last season. We say hello to Wolfsburg's Patrick Wimmer as he becomes the first man to join Brighton this summer. Now, with the number of players in the squad running fairly thin, and with Purvis and Stupinian being the only left-back remaining at the club, as you can see, I had drawn up a list of potential left-backs who could come in and compete with him. However, looking back through the squad hub, I suddenly realised I've got a left-back in Mikhail Carbonic at 21 years of age who's actually out on loan at the moment. So instead of bringing in someone new, I'm going to recall him from loan and continue Brighton's philosophy of growing and developing young players already at the club. However, with £157 million still left in the transfer budget, and the board still keen for me to sign one more crucial player this window, this is where I need your help. Let me know down in the comments below, what areas of the team do you think need improving the most, and what players do you want to see playing in the Brighton colours this season? But with just one new signing gracing the shores of Brighton before the first game of the season, it's going to be a big ask if we want to get 3 points on the board as we welcome the reigning Premier League and Champions League winners, Manchester City, to the Amex Stadium. Patrick Wimmer with his first touch, and it's a lovely pass into the path of Enciso, gets it back from him beautifully, and he's got space to run into down the right hand side, tries to pick out a decent ball, looking for the head of Mitsoma, only as far as Evan Ferguson, and it's a big save from the goalkeeper. Only out as far as Lewis Dunk, who picks it up nicely, finds Enciso turns, beautiful pass into Patrick Wimmer, who strikes from distance, and he is looking like a real live wire in his opening game in Brighton colours. Rodri into Haaland, beautiful touch, beautiful turn, looking to drive into the box, big challenge from the little man Tariq Lamptey, but it's a ball into Bernardo Silva, who strikes, and it's too powerful past the goalkeeper, and Manchester City, within a blink of an eye, have got themselves 1-0 up here. Kyle Walker to pick it up on the right hand side, bursts forward and finds a beautiful pass into Mahrez. He now drives forward down the right hand side, looking for a pass. Oh, that is sensational, into Haaland, into the box. What a block there from Webster. Mitoma, he's got an option up ahead of him, and he finds that option in Estupinian, who drives forward into the box. Can he find a ball in? He does, but he just dinks it in, and in the end, it's a poor one that the goalkeeper can collect. Wimmer picks it up, lays it into Enciso in a nice little pocket of space. He finds a ball out to Tariq Lamptey, who after some injury problems problems is going to try and look to stake a claim in our starting 11, but with crosses like that, he's doing his chances absolutely no good whatsoever. Mahrez goes down the right-hand side. He's being chased down by Dahoud, plays the ball into Bernardo Silva, but it's beautifully taken by Enciso, and he skips away from the challenge now. Goes past Rodri. Oh, beautiful footwork to get past Walker here. Can he lay the ball off to Mitoma? He can, and he drives forward now. Has he got the pace to drive into the penalty area? Yes, he does. What a strike. What a goal. It is 1-1 here at the Amex Stadium. Well, that was all to do with the work of Enciso, the youngster. Absolutely sensational play to get past 3 players, and then he fired it into Mitoma, who fired it into the back of the net. Guardiola can't believe it. 1-1 dunk. Out wide to Estupinian. Nice pass into Mitoma. Beautiful play here. Just driving through the heart of the Manchester City midfield. João Pedro finds Tarek Lamptey into the box looking for Buonanotte. Oh, it's just over the bar. As unfortunately that is the last attack of the game as the referee blows for full time. That man Mitoma was absolutely sensational, getting on the score sheet here to rescue a point for us. Patrick Vrimmer with a fantastic debut. He was a live wire, particularly in the first half, as he leaves the Brighton fans thinking they've got another gem on their hands. But as incredible as the fans were today, unfortunately they can only settle for a point as it finishes 1-1 at full time. And whilst Mitoma managed to grab his first goal of the season in a brilliant performance, I can't help but feel that we were exposed on the right hand side both for the goal and a few other chances throughout the game. And is an injury prone Tarek Lamptey enough to be the only right back at the club this season? And the answer to that is no, and that is why I've decided to go in for another right back. Having failed to make the grade at Manchester City back in 2018, Pablo Maffeo has spent several seasons out on loan to a variety of different clubs across Europe. But now, having finally established himself as a regular in the Mallorca side, he is ready to test the waters back in the Premier League and hopefully make a big splash this time around. As we welcome another new signing to the Amex Stadium, he joins for £24 million. And he's going to have the opportunity to impress right away as he's been thrown into the deep end. A mammoth clash at the Emirates Stadium as it's one hard game after another here in the opening 2 games of the season. Nice pass into Enciso, tries to skip away from the challenge of Odegaard, and that is a horrendous challenge. Goes right through the back of him. He looks like he's down injured, and surely Odegaard is going to get at least a yellow here, but it's not. It's a red card for Martin Odegaard inside the opening 5 minutes. Arsenal are down to 10 men. Saka picks up a nice pocket of space in that number 10 position unmarked, which is surprising considering Arsenal are down to 10 men as Ben White bursts past Estupinian on the right hand side, looks to play a ball in. Lovely play from Arsenal. Jesus into Martinelli, Verbruggen with a massive save. Ben White for Arsenal into Jorginho, playing lovely stuff here inside our half. Saka with a beautiful twist and turn into Gabby Jesus. What a challenge from Adam Webster. Arsenal press again though. Gabby Jesus has it once again into Thiago, into Martinelli. He gives it out wide to Zinchenko, and it's the debutant Maffeo with a big challenge. Evan Ferguson back to Maffeo, who's continued his run down the right hand side. Has he got the pace to drive into the box? Yes he does. Can he pick out a pass? No he can't. Zinchenko for Arsenal. A far livelier second half than it was the first, it must be said, as Jorginho brings it forward. Jesus into Thiago, gets it back. Beautiful strike, big save. Jorginho into Thiago. Thiago brings it forward unmarked. I'm trying to chase him down. Not quick enough though as Saka twists onto his left. Thiago gets it back for Arsenal. Back to Saka. Beautiful play into the box. What a save. Oh, it goes into the back of the net. I thought Verbruggen had it. It came back rebounding off the post. And Arsenal, a 10-man Arsenal, take the lead here inside the 71st minute. Buonanotte finds Maffeo again, who's proving to be a valuable asset on the right-hand side. He's still got the pace and stamina to keep driving forward. It's Vimmer, our other new signing, tries to put a decent ball in. Defence 6s and 7s at the back for Arsenal's. Pascal Gross tries to strike, and it's mishit, and it goes wide. Saka brings the ball forward here. Lovely challenge by Dahoud. Only moments remaining in this game for us to try and see if we can get a goal here as Patrick Vrimmer is through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he smashes it into the top left-hand corner. He celebrates wildly. He knows how important that goal was. It's fantastic. In the dying seconds of the game, when all hope seemed to be lost, our new signing, Patrick Vimmer, stepped up when I needed him to, and he lashes a beautiful strike past Ramsdale. I go and celebrate with the players. We're back on level terms at 1-1, and with that being the last chance of the game, somehow, some way, we've managed to rescue a point here at the Emirates. Well, you need your big star signings to come up with the big moments, and that is exactly what he did. A beautiful finish from a young man showing great potential. A fine way to get your first goal in Brighton colours. And with a brilliant debut for this young man as well, the Brighton faithful have every reason to be excited about our new look right-hand side. But after 2 draws in our opening 2 games, leaving us in 13th place in the Premier League and only managing to scrape through against Swindon in the second round of the Carabao Carabao Cup. I can't help but feel like we might need some reinforcements in attacking areas if we are going to achieve our goals this season. So let me know down in the comments below, do I keep in Ciso and Evan Ferguson as our two main striking options for the remainder of the season? Or do I splash what's left of this £131 million budget and look to bring in some new players who can immediately take us right up to the next level? But that's it for the end of this episode for this very first new series with Brighton, and if you are enjoying the content so far, please feel free to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.